Well, you see all the sophisticated onboardings, misleading ads, fake ads, whatever, however we want to call it. People love it, kind of. The UA machine behind Last War and Whiteout Survival is what winning operations look like right now. Performance.
Two and a Half Gamers exclusive.
Breaking news.
Literally breaking.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to 2.5 Gamers. My name is Matej Lančarič, and I'm flying solo today again because it's breaking news. And we have proper stuff this week. A massive new gacha just launched and it's everywhere. Jakub is gonna be very happy. Felix and me, not that much. This IronSource saga finally, and I mean finally, hits its end date. The industry posted record revenue while simultaneously firing tens of thousands of people, and the genre data behind that tells a very specific story. Adam Foroughi went on 20VC podcast and said some genuinely spicy things. You should all listen to this podcast. And Google's ad tech monopoly, well, this case is sitting on a live grenade. Let's talk about that. Alright, let's go. So the NTE biggest mobile launch of the month. Well, let's start with the actual news because this is actually a big one. Neverness to Everness, whatever that means, and whoever came up with this amazing name for a game, launched globally on April 29th. PC, Android, iOS, PlayStation 5, Mac, all simultaneously, with full cross-platform operation. Developed by Hota Studio, same team behind Tower of Fantasy. The pitch is genuinely ambitious. Supernatural urban open world RPG. Think GTA meets anime again. Jakub is very happy about this game. It's set in a city called, I can't even properly pronounce this name, where you are actually an anomaly hunter tracking paranormal cases. You can drive Porsches through the city, Persona 5 music collab baked in the launch, cooperative heist mode, asymmetric horror co-op mode, lots of other stuff. From UA perspective, this is kind of title that's going to spend a shit ton of money. It has IP, production values, cross-platform story to justify a massive paid acquisition push. The gacha mechanic is intact. Pull the characters, gacha pull, and the open world hook gives them an enormous creative surface. Well, the benchmark is Genshin, Zenless Zone Zero. Can Hota Studio actually compete at that level after Tower Fantasy disappointment? Well, let's see. Apparently early buzz is strong, but we have seen and been burned before on Chinese open world gachas. And I'm very sure Jakub is gonna, at least he's gonna talk about this on the podcast. So we'll be back again with this. Okay. This is the last day of IronSource ad networks. Rest in peace. I want to take a moment with this because it's genuinely the end of an era. Not a good one, kind of, but the end wasn't really great. The IronSource acquisition was one of the most controversial deals in mobile gaming history. $4.4 billion. Announced 2022. Shareholders hated it. The integration was messy, the timing was terrible, and the combined Unity and IronSource, well, it never became the dominant ad network they promised. And now, IronSource ads network, well, doesn't exist. The publishing arm, Supersonic, is being sold off as well. 3.5 years later, there's almost nothing left of IronSource inside Unity at all. The silver lining, Unity's actual ad business, the AI-powered platform called Unity Vector, which we already talked about before, grew 48% year over year, which is not bad. So let's see. If you're still running IronSource integrations, good luck. Okay. Well, record profits, record layoffs. And who is actually winning? This is the most important structural story in mobile gaming right now. The numbers this week finally make it very concrete. The global video game industry generated $195.6 billion in revenue in 2025, the highest annual total on record. At the same time, more than 44,000 development jobs cut since 2022. Another 2,000 or 3,000 already gone in 2026. 1 in 3 US developers laid off in the past 2 years, and 48% of those people are still looking for work. So how do you have record revenue and record layoffs simultaneously? Well, because the revenue is not being distributed, it's concentrating. And this week's Sensor Tower dropped the State of Gaming 2026 report, and the genre data is very telling. So Forex strategy is the only genre that's growing in revenue, downloads, and time spent all at once. Well, the only one, apparently. Led by Last War Survival and Whiteout Survival and Kingshot and on pretty much 2 companies. Meanwhile, Roblox alone accounted for 67% of net market growth last year. Well, what this means in practice: a small number of live service giants are hovering up the entire market growth. Everyone else is competing for the remainder. The studios of winning are mobile, native, lean, data-driven, AI-first, in UA and creative. The ones losing are the ones that build for a market that no longer exists. The Forex data is particularly interesting from UA perspective. Well, we talked about it a million times. Forex is one of the categories that are growing. The other one is puzzle or match 3. Anyway, Forex. These games run on some of the most aggressive creative testing in mobile. Well, you see all the sophisticated onboardings, misleading ads, fake ads, whatever, however we want to call it. People love it, kind of. The UA machine behind Last War and Whiteout Survival is what winning operations look like right now. The performance is undeniable. Okay. Adam Foroughi on 20VC podcast. This one dropped on April 20th, and if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Adam Foroughi, Uploading CEO, on 20VC with Harry Stebbings. 81 minutes. Absolutely worth it. I've listened to it, I guess, 5 times already, and I'm going to listen to it another 5 times. There's a lot of different stuff. The 83 million CEO payday, when the stock dropped by 92%. AI and layoffs questions, pretty much all of interesting things. Is it controversial? Yes. Worth understanding? Also yes, because Uplovin is one of the best performing businesses in all tech right now. The episode is linked in the show notes. Go judge yourself. Google ad tech and the ruling that could break everything. Well, this one matters for everyone that touches programmatic. That's a quick version. There was in 2025, in April, Judge Leonie Brinkema ruled that Google illegally monopolized the publisher ad server and ad exchange markets, which is DoubleClick for publishers and AdX. Brinkema set herself a March 31st deadline. That passed. April passed. Still no ruling. A legal analyst says this is normal, but she's been publicly skeptical about forced divestiture. No identified buyer for AdX. Any acquisition by someone else like Microsoft triggers its own antitrust review. A most likely outcome, hard contact remedies. Why does this matter for mobile though? Because anything that destabilizes Google ad dominance shifts ad budgets. DSPs, rate price, independent players get room. And if there is even partial structural separation, it would be the biggest forced company breakup since AT&T in 1984. Let's see, watch this one. Well, right guys, that's it. That's your week. NTE launched, Jakub is thrilled. Let's see in 1 or 2 weeks what revenue looks like. IronSource is officially dead. Forex strategy is the only genre, well, besides Match 3, which is growing, even though there was a slight decline in last month or 2. Alright, that's it. See you next time, and comment under the video if you need anything. Cheers. Bye-bye.